shows the three stages of metabolism and their correlation with different amino acids. Like some amino acids like tyrosine form fumarate in the which goes into the TCA cycle. Like glycine, serine, alanine, cysteine form pyruvic acid. Leucine, tyrosine, they form acetyl-CoA. Aspartate form oxaloacetic acid that is a component of TCA cycle. Glutamine, histidine, all these form alpha ketoglutarate which enters the TCA cycle. So this is how they take part in aerobic respiration and or final common pathway. Uh, Okay, then interconversion between three major components, that is carbohydrate, fats and protein. Carbohydrate can form lipid and non-essential amino acids. Same like that, fats can be converted to glucose by gluconeogenesis or by some amino acids by forming dicarboxylic acid. Like malic acid, oxaloacetic acid, and ketoglutarate, which then form amino acids. Acetone, which is one of the ketone bodies, it can be glucogenic. Proteins can form carbohydrates and lipids through glucogenic and ketogenic amino acids respectively. Then these metabolic reactions need control and regulation also. So their control and regulation is decided by the ratio of ATP to AMP of the cells, and this ratio decide extent of aerobic metabolism in different cells. Uh, let's start inhibition of the processes when the ratio is high. It means when there is a high level of ATP in the cell, it inhibits an enzyme phosphofructokinase, which is an enzyme of glycolytic pathway. And if this enzyme is inhibited, glycolysis is inhibited, and thus hexose phosphate is accumulated in the cell, which leads to the formation of UDP glucose, then proceeds to glycogenesis or glycogen synthesis in the cell. Also, fatty acid synthesis will be increased as the glucose 6 phosphate will be channelized to hexose monophosphate shunt, leading to increased formation of NADPH, which will be participating in the fatty acid synthesis, and the opposite reactions will be going on if the if there are low ATP levels and high AMP levels, then increased ATP will lead to inhibition of decarboxylation of pyruvic acid by inactivating the enzyme pyruvate dehydrogenase. High ATP levels also inhibit isocitrate dehydrogenase, which is an enzyme of TCA cycle. So the citrate cannot be converted into isocitric acid, and it accumulates, which leads to the stopping of TCA cycle, and ATP production is decreased because TCA cycle is stopped. Then increased in how can high ATP levels increase the metabolic pathway? Increased citric acid levels stimulate acetyl CoA carboxylase. Increased acetyl-CoA carboxylase converts acetyl-CoA to malonyl-CoA, and which is the first step of extra mitochondrial fatty acid synthesis. Thus, acetyl-CoA, in the presence of adequate stores of ATP and low AMP levels, is directed to the synthesis of fats. Uh, and opposite reactions occur when ATP levels are low in the cell and AMP levels are high. So this was all about metabolism and three stages of metabolism. You can say summary of metabolism in the body. Hopefully you have understand. Thank you, class.